Today, we are going to talk about business continuity for small businesses, how to disaster-proof your entrepreneurial ventures. Now, according to Statistics Canada, 17 million Canadians had some role in the cyber gig economy, and 871,000 actually earn 100% of their income from the gig economy. Now, that means when we talk about gig economy, we're referring to, some people call them side hustles, right? So maybe you drive for DoorDash, maybe you drive for Uber, maybe you run Skip the Dishes around, maybe you have a Etsy store, maybe you sell some stuff on Facebook Marketplace, maybe you provide consulting or painting training, maybe you train people how to paint. Whatever you might do online through a service provider to provide some type of education or something that people can use, that's the gig economy. It's also what's referred to as precarious employment. Now, precarious employment simply means that you're not in a standard framework job. You know, the type of job that simply says, come to work 9 to 5, here's a salary, here's benefits, and if the business survives and you survive, in 40 years you might have a defined pension plan. Those are rare. That was the previous American dream. And if you look at my Substack and go back, I've written on the problem about the previous American dream that people are trying to replicate in today's economic world, where the economic engine and the design of our structure of the economy no longer supports the idea that you will have a single job, work 40 years, have a pension and benefits. That world existed in your grandparents' time. It doesn't exist now. There's a new American dream, and I've got some great work out on Substack about that. Go look under Jeff Donaldson. You got to ask yourself, has your small business, or you as a small business owner, ever actually engaged a risk management professional or a business continuity professional to have an outside holistic look at your business to say, hey, there's a series of risks here that you may not be aware of that, if they're realized, could probably collapse. Recent data from FEMA says 40% of businesses don't survive a disaster. Now, that could be a political, an economic, or a natural disaster. It just doesn't have to be a flood. But FEMA looks at it that 40% of businesses don't survive after a disaster, and 25 of the SMBs that do, 25% of them, don't survive past the first year. So you're looking at over 50% of businesses affected by disaster will not survive after 1 year. That's half.